Let us look back at an era where roaring iron and steel tore through the earth, driven solely by the sheer force of steam. That was a time when pressurized vapor served as the beating heart for the most formidable engines ever cast. The most fascinating aspect? These colossal machines did not confine themselves to railways. They were tractors and road rollers weighing tens of tons, dominating everything from deep, muddy fields and steep hills to bustling industrial yards. Why did engineers forge them into such monumental proportions? Just how devastating was their actual torque? Prepare your senses to experience the staggering specifications of the most massive steam leviathans in history right this moment. Reaching the twilight of the 19th century, while horses and oxen still bore the heavy burden of agriculture, the magnificent emergence of the Lincolnshire steam tractor completely rewrote the blueprint of British farming. Harnessing 12 horsepower of pure vapor pressure, it effortlessly dragged massive plows, slicing gracefully through deeply hardened layers of soil. Building upon this momentum, Clayton and Shuttleworth forged a magnificent 6-ton chassis breathing 16 horsepower. Adorned in a gleaming shell of pristine brass, it concealed an astonishing, relentless endurance beneath its elegant exterior. If you are captivated by the specifications of history's most powerful engines, press the subscribe button for the Engine History channel, leave a like, and ring the notification bell to fuel our team for upcoming visual feasts. Your viewership is our greatest driving force.
I can't see you.
Leaving those initial fields behind, we drift toward the sweeping plains of the American Midwest, where the majestic antique 3060 IHC Mogul reigned supreme. True to its nomenclature, this masterpiece birthed 30 drawbar horsepower and 60 belt horsepower. Embracing towering wheels nearly 2 meters high and a solid cast steel frame, it effortlessly carried a 12-bottom plow, reshaping the landscape of large-scale farming. We must also admire the 1906 Advance steam engine. This marvel was a beautiful hybrid crossover, bridging the gap between a tractor and a locomotive. Carrying a colossal weight of over 9 tons, this beast exhaled a bone-shattering torque, dragging 14 tons of cargo through the most unforgiving, viscous marshlands. The rhythmic sound of releasing pressure and the thick plumes of steam erupting from its exhaust projected an aura of absolute, unyielding resilience. Steam engines did not merely devour mud and soil, they masterfully sculpted the foundations of modern infrastructure. The Aveling and Porter steamroller stands as the most resolute testament to this era. Weighing 10 tons and harboring a 20-horsepower heart, this stoic mass of iron crawled at a deliberate pace, yet delivered a devastating compressive force, rendering even the most violently rugged surfaces flawlessly smooth. In brilliant contrast to that raw industrial grit, the Burrell Special Scenic emerged as the radiant, pulsating core of festive fairgrounds. Not only did it utilize a 25-horsepower engine to transport impossibly heavy canvas pavilions, but it also integrated a dynamo, breathing luminous life into thousands of glowing bulbs. Its intricately painted and gold-leafed exterior transformed this machine into a majestic mobile power station, cascading energy across towns at the dawn of the 20th century. When measuring the absolute limits of monumental transport, the Fowler engines eternally command the pinnacle. The original Fowler steam tractors were cast to haul gigantic wagon trains across vast colonies, possessing such immense power that they could effortlessly drag derailed railway locomotives back into alignment. The ultimate masterpiece was the Fowler B B116 NHP, crowned with a twin-cylinder boiler, exhaling a breathtaking 50 horsepower while ferrying 27 tons of cargo through dense, unforgiving jungles. Yet the most legendary of all remains the Fowler B6 Super Lion, forged in the 1920s. Industrial artisans revered it as the undisputed sovereign of the roads, harboring 60 horsepower to command a staggering 45-ton trailer train. The metallic growl of its exhaust valves releasing pressure was sheer poetry in motion. From impossibly heavy steel beams to soaring telecommunication towers, there was no payload demanding enough to make the Super Lion skip a single, powerful beat. Crowning the pantheon of heavy steam history is the 1905 Case steam tractor, forged in the United States. This was no ordinary machine. It stands as an eternal monument of mechanical triumph. Its monumental boiler compressed out a staggering 110 horsepower, simultaneously pulling 30 plows and shattering every known load record. The magnificent steel frame, stretching 7 meters and weighing over 18 tons, was grounded by colossal steel rims that bit fiercely into the earth. Viewed from afar, it possessed the relentless presence of a terrestrial locomotive. Even decades later, in 1988, this marvel showcased its devastating torque by flawlessly hauling an entire, authentic railway locomotive. This monumental engine permanently cements the boundless endurance of an era defined by metallurgy. Which of these magnificent specifications resonates most deeply with your mechanical soul? Drop your thoughts into the comments below.